going on, Bully fam? Hit him with it. Hit him with it. No, I meant the intro. Oh my God. This is your boy, the educated, the scientist, Mr. Double Muzzle Line Pose, bringing you another episode of Breeders Hacks. Hit him with the swipe. Hit him with the swipe. Alright. So, we got a little bit of a drive. We gotta take Diva over to get, I don't know if you guys can see her down there. We gotta take Diva to get her staples taken out from the C-section she had. So we just thought, it had a little bit of a drive, so thought we'd do another little bully rant. So today we are with
Miss Double Muscle Line Bulls herself.
Miss Double Muscle Line Bulls. And we just figured we'd do a little bit of a bully rant for you guys. So so anyway, so maybe we could start with being the significant other to a breeder.
Alright, so as many of you know, Angel's been in the bully game for quite a while now. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of time. I don't know if Angel said it already. Today's our induction day. Today's our due date for the baby to be born. But we're on our way right now to the vet. You have to understand that it takes a lot of sacrifices. It takes a lot of time. Sometimes, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, you may miss a family party here and there because you're doing a breeding, because you're doing a litter's about to drop in any second. So you have to understand that it's not, you have to look at the dogs as your own kids, because you're going to put them first before anything else.
Yeah, and I mean also, for example, like, the losses, say you maybe unfortunately lose a puppy and things like that, or even an older dog that gets old, it's this dog breeding is not for the faint of heart.
It
Definitely.
Hurts. Because like Angel just said, losing a dog, losing a puppy, I don't care if it's newborn puppy, 2 days, 3 days a week. It hurts. I've cried for every single any loss that we've had. It's hurt me personally, because I take it as these dogs are my own children, to the point where
they're family. Yeah, definitely these dogs, they're going to take a big chunk out of your life. I never would have imagined that I would give up so much, of our time, of money, of everything to these dogs. But at the same time, it's also so rewarding, seeing, generations of your hard work in some of these dogs, and, giving, being able, that's also one of the best feelings, is being able to give, a puppy to a new home, and now that being their new family member, So, but back to the relationship aspect. I mean, like, it's sometimes it's the same thing as having a newborn baby. It's like, when these puppies are born, you're getting no sleep, you're working, if you're significant. And that's the other thing too. I think, when you're getting into this, you need to speak with your significant other as to how involved they're going to be. Yeah. Because sometimes this can be more than maybe what they signed up for. Right?
Yeah. That's one of the biggest things, I think. I think for us, it just came naturally, just because I'm a big animal lover, especially a dog lover. I think it was also because of the fact that I've seen how, from point A, from deciding on who we're going to breed to point B, where they're going to get a C-section, to C, to the final, to the final stretch where they're getting C-sections and puppies are coming home and things. It's a lot of work. If you don't have that conversation per se with your significant other, then it will cause issues, unfortunately. Because there have been times where, we had to drop everything. We were at a family function, had to drop everything, and we had to go. It was just like, okay, there was no question about it. We have to go.
But I also think too that yet again, having that conversation with your significant other, and because, like I said, some of them, just because you want to become a breeder doesn't mean that maybe your significant other wants to be a breeder, but the key, no matter what, is they're going to have to be supportive of you, because this is really, this is a very involved, hobby, sport, business, whatever you want to call it, depending on what level you want to be in this. So it's, your significant other needs to be understanding of that. So I definitely think, getting into this, you need to have a conversation and talk about, what your plans are as a breeder, because yet again, like I said, if you whelp your own litters, if you're, running out in the middle of the night, having to get a C-section, things like that, as well as, I don't know how many breeders talk about it, but this dog breeding can be very expensive. Yeah. If you have late night emergency C-sections, and some of these stud fees now, are it's up there. Like, just the whole process can be very expensive, and that's another thing your significant other needs to be supportive of, because it can be very rewarding. Don't get me wrong, you can definitely make money, being a dog breeder and whatnot, but in the beginning, there's a lot of upfront cost, and you're not getting paid until litter of puppies are here and things like that. But before the litter of puppies are here, you would have already paid for say an adult female or a female. You would have already paid for a stud fee, all these things. So yeah, financially it could definitely take a toll. So yeah, I just think being on the same page with your significant other will be the biggest thing. And what about you? Any other advice you have for the couples wanting to be breeders or that are already breeders?
Have a lot of patience and communication with each other. I think that's one of the biggest things, especially with us, where even if I don't understand everything, at least I'm still in the loop, and I'm not just tossed aside and expected to be okay with it. Another thing is, especially for any of you ladies, significant others, whatever the case is, whoever is the significant other, just know it's dirty work.
Yes, dog breeding is definitely dirty work.
I joke around. I always say I do the dirty work. My nails get messed up, and Angel gets all of the glory. Always say that, but it's the truth.
Oh my God.
But just know, when you see these puppies grow up and you get to see them develop from, I'm going to use the worst case scenario, like a little hedgehog, little hamster thing, to an actual dog that plays and everything, it's so rewarding, because you're just wow,
and having puppies is so fun too. Don't get me wrong, once they're around that 6 to 8 week mark, and they're soon going to their homes, it's pretty fun being able to play with them, bring them in the yard and playing with them and whatnot. So just as much as there's hard times in this dog game, losses, there's just as much, if not more, great times, memories, actually a lot more, that definitely outweighs the loss. So it's the best way I could explain it, as a dog breeder, it is like a roller coaster. There's highs and lows, but there's definitely a lot more highs than lows, and the highs make it all worth it.
Yeah, literally. And then the last thing I will say is, again, patience, communication are key.
Just understand as well that being a breeder definitely can, and more probably will, at times put a strain on your relationship. But you guys just gotta, understand that it's just temporary. Not to take the key thing is to not take your frustration out on each other, you know, because being a dog breeder can definitely be frustrating at times. And just, you know, at the end of the day, agreeing and understanding that, you know what, we're going to stick this out. We're not going to give up. And, you know, even though there may be lows, the highs always outweigh, you know, the lows in this game.
Definitely.
So, all right, guys. So we'll see you guys on the next episode of Breeders Hacks, hopefully with Junior already here.